May has been an absolutely insane month for me. Other than my personal life, makeup has been amazing. The launches this month have been knocking it out of the park. I've got a couple new blushes to go over with you today, a couple liquid bronzers, and an absolutely incredible loose powder. I'm going to deal with my hair after I'm finished with my makeup. I don't have it in me today to even try right now. I'm going to use my Glow Recipe Strawberry Pore Smooth Blur Drops. I've been trying a couple different primers with this foundation. I'm wearing the Super Goop Unseen Sunscreen SPF 40. I found with this foundation, well actually a couple foundations, that they're not working well over the Glossier sunscreen, the chemical sunscreen. It has more of that slippery, oily base to it, and that base seems to be creating a problem for my foundation. I'm going to use the Nars Under Eye Brightening. This is in the shade Night Swan. This is actually the light reflecting eye brightener. I'm using it under foundation this time because I found the time that I did use this above my foundation, I felt like it kind of ate away at my makeup and was a little too heavy for my under eyes. I want to try it underneath. I'm going to use a Danessa Myricks My 2 brush. I love the angle and the shape of this brush. I figure if I just do this underneath my foundation first, I can be a little more sparing. I definitely need the help with my under eyes, that's for sure. So I have now worn this multiple times. So it's multiple different primers. The few times I've worn this with the Glossier, it didn't work out too well. It gave me a lot of trouble. I'm going to use a Danessa Myricks brush for this one. I like it a little bit more with a sponge, to be honest. I've found that with the sponge, it looks a little more seamless. And it could just be my skin type. But I've actually really liked reaching for this. It's definitely more matte. It's not luminous like the Fenty Beauty that came out recently. Oh, love that foundation too, by the way. Bring it down my neck a little bit. Cover a little bit here. This is one full pump and I don't feel like it's completely covered my face. I definitely feel like I need another pump because I haven't been able to get all the way around my forehead. I don't know how long I'm going to wear this foundation for. I just don't know how my day is going to go. I don't have anything major planned today, but it's been pretty wild and today's the last day of school for the kids, so they might want to do something. We'll see. Actually, I'm more intrigued to see how this holds up during my workout. I'm going to use my Tom Ford Shade Illuminate concealer. Just a little bit here and there. It's a touch deeper than what I would like. This is 1CZ Rose Silk. I'm going to use the Danessa Myricks My 9 brush for this one. I love this brush and I think it's great for concealer. To be perfectly honest, I like how this looks so far, and I think less is more with that foundation. I think that's key. So I'm going to use my Nars Light Reflecting Setting Spray before I do any powdering. Before I go off and do my eyes, I'm going to use my Anna Sui Lavender Powder. I don't think I have mentioned in a previous video how much I have used this powder recently. I took a gamble on it buying it off of Beautylish. I did. And I am so happy that I did because this is an incredible water powder. There's only one review on Beautylish. I was like, ooh, that's risky. I guess I'll do it. And I love this powder. It's amazing. I'm not going to use this all over my face though, not yet. There's a couple liquid products I want to use, well, liquid cream products I want to use. So I'm going to put a little bit here around my smile lines. And then I'm going to film my eyes before I actually do my cheek products this time around. I'm going to film a separate video within a video. I love doing that. I hate that this is limited edition though, and I know there's a neutral colored one, but there's this thing I have with lavender powders. I don't know, like, I think it's kind of brightening, but also I'm not entirely sure. I know if it ever sells out, that's fine. I'm gonna end up having to buy the neutral of this, but it's so good. It's the fragrance, far too heavily fragranced, but amazing. Before I do my cheeks, I actually want to try this sample I got from Lawless. I got this with one of my Sephora orders. I want to try this lip mask here. It says it's an overnight lip mask. I'm not going to use it overnight, but I want to give it a try before I do anything else. Just gonna pick it up on a Danessa Myricks brush and just kind of rub that onto my lips. Feels nice, smells nice. Definitely need to clean my lips though. I'm gonna kind of scrub them a little bit. So recently I picked up the Makeup by Mario liquid bronzer and I have really been enjoying this one. Very easy to use. I picked up the Saie bronzer before I saw anyone's reviews. I wanted to compare the two, but also I used to have their liquid blushes and I really like them. I picked mine up in the shade Salt. This thing is vegan and cruelty free. There is 12 ml of product in here, arguably less because the Makeup by Mario has 1 ounce. This doesn't even have half an ounce, which is... So the Saie liquid bronzer is $25 for 0.4 ounces and the Makeup by Mario liquid bronzer is $36 for 1 full ounce. Cost-wise, definitely getting more with the Makeup by Mario. I did swatch this already. This is definitely more cool toned. Based off of the pictures I saw, I went for this one on purpose. I'm not going to use a whole lot just because I don't need a whole bunch of wasted product on my hand. This thing is much deeper than I thought it would be. Definitely cool tone, but like deep. I just know if I put this on my face, it's not as sheer as the Makeup by Mario. If I put this on my face, it's gonna look obvious. I'm gonna do it though. What I think I'm gonna do is one side first and compare it to the Makeup by Mario on this side, which I already know I'm liking, so I'm gonna pick up just a little bit more and put it on the back of my hand and work it into my brush. I'm gonna use a Danessa Myricks My 8 brush. I like the tapered angle to this. Oh, I'm just nervous because just from the way it looks on the back of my hand. All right, let's put excess up here. I don't typically return products. If I don't like this one, I may return it. I hate saying that so early. We'll see what happens. I really hope it doesn't come to that though. I did like their blushes. They weren't my favorite formula, but I did really like their liquid blushes. I decluttered those though. I went through quite a bit of it. I don't think it looks bad. It doesn't look bad at all. It looks okay from a distance. Okay, I lied. It's looking like it's eating away at my foundation over here. I'm gonna have to zoom you in some. It looks as though it's eating away at my makeup. I haven't powdered yet. I was careful not to powder first. So here's this side with no liquid bronzer at all. Well, no bronzer at all. And the foundation looks great. And then here's this side and you can see where it has completely torn up my foundation. And it's kind of done it up here. Not so much up here. It's not as bad and noticeable, but you can still see where it's kind of done that. Let me see if I can fix it a little bit. Use my sponge to kind of go over it, see if I can salvage anything. That is such a thick formula. What is the base to this? Is this water or... That has completely eaten away at my foundation. I need to just take that off. I'm not gonna even try to babysit that formula. I'm not doing it. I don't typically return products. It's not for me. I hate doing that and being wasteful. I need to return that. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. I'm gonna use my Makeup by Mario because I know I like this one. I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm gonna pick this up on a small angled brush though and just kind of be careful with the placement. Wait, why am I using this brush? Shame on me. No. I'm gonna pick this up on my 6 brush, not a small angled brush. I'm very sorry that I could not give you guys a better first impressions on the Saie liquid bronzer, but it's thick and it broke up this foundation. It's a very expensive foundation. I'm sure it'll work with different foundations, but I don't want to struggle bus trying to work with a liquid bronzer. And I am way too fair to be struggling with a liquid bronzer that dark that might be potentially difficult to use for multiple bronzers. That is already 10 times better. I have 2 different types of blushes here. I've got the Lawless Cream Blushes that just launched, and I've got the Kosas blushes. Oh my gosh, these are both so beautiful. I picked up 2 from each of these. So for the Lawless blushes, this one is Angel. I think it's a gorgeous nudie pink shade. Absolutely stunning. There was another one that looked very similar to this one. I think it was called Rosebud. I think this one just looks like it's gonna work so good for fair skin. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh, that's exciting. Okay. And then we have Cherry Pie, which looks very intimidating. Honestly, it looks way more pink in the photos. On camera, like it looks like it's super bright, but in person, not as bright. I'm gonna go with Angel today though. I'm gonna try that on the left side of my face because it's already the damaged side, so why not? And since I don't know the formula, I'm gonna use this sponge and pick it up on the back of the sponge here. I'm just kind of work it into the back of my palm just to be careful, just to make sure I can get it in there. Ooh, we have overdone it. Let's do Lawless on the left cheek and Kosas on the right cheek. That might be fun. What a beautiful shade. It's dewy. It looks gorgeous. More matte than dewy, but it looks beautiful. I've never used anything from Lawless, so this is interesting. Let's leave that alone for a minute and look at the Kosas blushes. Euphoria is the mauve shade, which would probably complement the Lawless Angel shade the best. And then this one is Butterfly. Butterfly is that bright baby pink. I'm gonna do Euphoria. I'm gonna swatch this on my finger. Let's put it right next to the Lawless. Oh yeah, very similar in tone. This one's slightly more beige. Totally different formulas though. I'm gonna use a Danessa Myricks My 14 brush to pick this up. Oh, it picks up easily. Okay, let's be careful. I'm gonna pat this. Oh, I did not powder this cheek. I probably should have powdered. It's got just a subtle hint of luminosity to it. No shimmer. I'll build it up a little bit just so you can really see it before I powder it down. Okay, what do we think? Because this side is the baked powder blush from Kosas, Euphoria. And this side is the cream blush Angel from Lawless. I like the tone and the color of the Lawless cream blush Angel more. I think they're both beautiful though. I love the packaging of the Kosas more. I've always liked this packaging. I think it's beautiful. And just some necessary information, the Euphoria Blushes Life. This one is 4.5 grams of product. Well, all the shades are 4.5. And it's $29. And the Lawless Pinch My Cheeks Soft Blur Cream Blush is $29. And it is 5.2 grams of product. Let me powder really quickly with my Anna Sui. I'm going to pick up this Anna Sui powder on a Fantasy Cosmetics brush. Or Fantasy Cosmetica. Okay. Let me just kind of get that everywhere. Set that blush, and tone down this one. Set that liquid bronzer too while I'm at it, I almost forgot. I cannot say enough good things about this powder. If you like water powders, this was a great gamble. You can buy it directly from the site or you can buy it from Beautylish. I bought mine off of Beautylish. The only caveat, like I said, is the scent. I picked up two new lipsticks. One that is the Nars Matte Balm. Ooh, soft matte tinted lip balm, which actually sounds amazing. And the other is the Nabla Beyond Blurry. I'll put the prices on the screen, but the Nars is 2.8 grams of product and the Beyond Blurry from Nabla is 3.2. They're both a 24-month shelf life, but the Nabla is vegan and cruelty-free. Packaging for the Nabla is absolutely gorgeous. Actually, I may not wear this one today because it's quite a bit more warm tone. Beautiful. Okay. It smells like coconut. Interesting. And then the the Nars Matte Balm. Actually, I think I'll go with this one. Let me put on a liner really quickly. Joke, let's see. Ooh, that feels nice. I've got that lip mask underneath it, but that feels nice. Let me put on my NYX Mauve lip liner really quickly. Kind of clean this up. That's better. I like it more with a liner. Let me try this one more time. Formula is nice. Let's see how it wears, because I'm going to lunch. I'm going to try this out. It's a balm, so I don't expect it to wear too well. I think this turned out beautiful. This is it for this look. This eye look will already have been up, but in case you haven't seen it, it is the Surratt Soufflé eyeshadow. This is the shade Nuage d'Argent. Wow, I can't wait to wear it for the rest of the day to see how it wears, but like, I'm looking in my mirror and I can't see the creasing around my hoods, so I think it'll do okay, and it's been on my eyes for at least a half hour. This is the simplest eye look I have ever done. This lip balm, matte balm or whatever it is from Nars, feels amazing. I think I'll have to try it without the lip mask underneath, but it feels so good. The blushes, gorgeous. The Saie bronzer, no, not so much. But I like the blushes, absolutely stunning. You already know how I feel about the liquid bronzer from Makeup by Mario. I'm enjoying that one. Probably not my favorite, but I really like it and it's very easy to use. Overall though, super excited about these blushes. I know there's a couple other new ones that came out. The Haus Labs blush I did not pick up. I still haven't picked up anything else from Haus Labs. The powder blush that I bought from them and the powder bronzer, I loved the bronzer. I did not like the blush, so I got rid of my blush. I will have to come back at another time and compare the Kosas blush to my Hourglass. I'll save that for another video. I was thinking about doing it today, but I've got too much on my plate today. You guys know the drill. Everything on my face is linked down below if you click on those links to make a purchase. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. You guys are amazing. Do something for yourself today because you are worth it.